What's going on? What's cranking, guys? I'm back by popular demand, baby. So let's go, man. Let's get down to this video. It's gonna be pretty interesting. I hope it's gonna be interesting for you guys. So today I'm gonna talk about systematic approach to bodybuilding and why in the world would you even consider it, because it's so damn important to your success. You can't imagine. Bro, it's like bodybuilding and just training. It's just like going to work, you know? You're not going to work at a random time, you're not just messing around there. You do a systematic approach and you earn your bread like that. Obviously, bodybuilding for most of you guys is just gonna be a hobby, but nonetheless, if you're expecting results, you gotta learn how to be good at it, and you gotta take it one day at a time and just chip it away one day at a time, like I said. So I'm gonna talk about how it's gonna benefit you. Being systematic in bodybuilding and training in general, and what mental approach you should consider it while doing it. So, and why you want to ideally plan stuff out in advance. Your training year, your training career, ideally you want to map out more or less what you want to do in the next few years, so you have a solid plan in place. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. I mean, sure, a lot of guys, especially in the beginning, they will get decent amount of gains just by messing around in the gym, you know, not training that hard, especially if they have good genetics, you know, not planning stuff out. They can afford not having a solid approach where they plan stuff out. They just come and just train, do bicep curls, some bench press, you know, a little bit of lat pull down machines like myself, like I used to do back in the days, 2012, 2013, and they would get gains. But as you get more advanced, it's more important that you know more information, that you start considering different things, you know, just to progress more. And ideally, because life will get in the way, most of the time, you won't be in high school your whole life. You're gonna be in college, you're gonna have a job, so it's gonna be super duper important that you map out your lifting career, how you wanna progress, and realistically how much work you can put in the gym. Because honestly, a lot of guys, they will not be able to just train like all the time, like 20 sets per week, bro. Like this becomes really unmanageable and really stressful for most people. So I'm also gonna and also you want to take your time to study information systematically. A little bit every day goes a long way. It's like there's like this book, The Compound Effect. I forgot the author, but just off the top of my head, it's a great book. It just depicts how a little bit every day over time is gonna add up and it's gonna make you really good at something. This also applies to bodybuilding. Like you just cannot imagine how much information I consumed over the years on YouTube, different studies, talk to different coaches, just information articles online. And it wasn't an overnight thing for myself. I learned so much, but I was taking it one day at a time, and I was just like learning a little bit every day. And honestly, some of my clients, wow, sorry, I just realized I have those earpods on. Sorry about that, guys. So, and I was also talking like to my clients, and some of them are really interested in knowing information. And this type of mindset is really gonna make you way better at this, at studying information. You also need at least some interest in that, you know, to be able to stick to it. But if you don't like studying this type of stuff, you don't like finding out new information, just hire a coach like myself, and we will explain to you everything in one go. So you're gonna save yourself a shitload of time, to say the least. So a lot of people will struggle with motivation, staying consistent because of different life circumstances. So this is huge, you know, because a lot of mental blocks and barriers arise because you're not even aware of them. Like for example, going to a different gym. Like you go to a single gym all the time, then you switch gyms, and you gotta really be prepared for it. Or you train during one part of the day, then you switch up your routine, something in life happens, and you switch routines, you have to train at night or early in the morning. So this type of mental barriers is gonna really, it's really gonna impact your motivation, and it might make it or break you. So you gotta be really aware of this type of things, and honestly, you gotta take it one day at a time. And you gotta learn for yourself what works for you, what type of motivation works for you, because for everyone it's gonna be different, to be honest. And I'm saying this, I'm not digressing, it's because it's also a systematic approach. You learn every day, you learn a little bit, and it's gonna make you a better lifter, a better natural bodybuilder. So that's why you want to plan out your training according to life circumstances. You cannot just train with so much volume all the time. You gotta cycle your volume. Granted, volume is the primary driver of muscle hypertrophy, but you gotta realize that you cannot be pushing because you get desensitized to training volume. Sometimes just reducing volume and increasing the weight is gonna go a long way, and you will still progress. You will still make a lot of gains this way. Trust me on this one, guys. So don't try to go balls to the wall in volume and just try to cycle it. For example, if you're in school, you have exams, you gotta plan out a few months in advance. Yeah, I have exams, I'm gonna reduce my training volume. So, because it's high stress situation, I cannot train as much. So obviously I have to reduce my training volume, but at the same time, I'll still be able to make gains from it, and I'll make even more gains when vacations comes around after finals, and I will be able to increase volume even more. So that's pretty much what I'm saying here. So ideally, you want to break each year into cycles where your routine will differ depending on life circumstances. So you gotta be really prepared mentally for changes in routine. Like I said, like finals, having a new job, moving country. You gotta plan everything out, you know. So if, for example, let's say during 1 month you're moving country, so you'll not be able to train as much. So the month prior, you want to be increasing your volume. And during the month after that, when you're actually moving, you want to be maintaining, so you do body weight exercises at hotel gyms, or not in hotel gyms, like in hotel rooms and all that type of jazz. So it's really about planning and studying the information. It's gonna really make or break your success. You gotta be really mindful of it, and honestly, you gotta be kind of insecure, you know, about yourself, about that you don't know a lot of stuff, and that you really have so much more to learn, because you will start realizing the basics. Once you learn the basics, you will realize that there is so much more information that you can learn. So guys, to conclude everything, plan out your bodybuilding journey as much as you can to the best of your ability. Cycle volume, cycle your training, you know, find nutritional strategies that work for you. Learn a little bit of something every day, and don't assume you know everything like a lot of guys do. But those same people, they often don't even make gains, you know. They're happy with mediocre gains. So that's what I noticed personally. So don't be that guy that thinks he knows everything but doesn't even lift or ride the train based on their genetics. And yeah, man, do a little bit of early research every day. And remember, if you don't want to do the research every day and you think you know everything, or you want to learn more really fast, hire me as a coach, or hire another good coach. Like, it has to be a proven coach that actually got clients results. And yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. So guys, thanks for watching, and until next time. And by the way, click that like button, subscribe, leave a positive comment, and leave a question in the comment. The best question is gonna be turned into a video like this one. And guys, stay blessed, and until next time, the biceps of truth. Let's go. See you later.